S key. We'll have to start that over. Welcome to the VOD review for SK Telecom T1 versus Sbenu. So we have Tom Kench, Lulu, and Lee Sin banned. SKT banned Tom Kench often. They took away Lulu, guess because if they're gonna play, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. If they're gonna play Lulu, it's gonna have to be with Faker. Marn doesn't play it really. Lee Sin, that's for Flawless. They banned Renekton, that's Marn's Renekton. Rumble, another target ban for Marn, and just got rid of the really annoying Rise. Now, no team really tried not banning Gangplank against SKT during Worlds, but it seems like Marn doesn't play it, and no one knows if Faker plays it. Like, we assume Faker plays it, because he can play pretty much anything, but you never know. I mean, his Azir wasn't, like, Worlds great, so we don't know if his GP is the same either. So it looks like they're going to take Kalista first pick, because they're fine with taking something else for Pangy if they take Elise away. And now I'm wondering, are they going to take Gangplank? He hasn't... what we've seen from Gangplank so far has not been good. He's lost both games that he's been open. I actually forgot about Kindred. Those are actually two big power picks, because Kindred is annoying as shit. But again, as I said, Gangplank has lost both games because he takes so long to power up. And maybe they're worried that if they pick Gangplank, that Marns is going to sort of steamroll. There's no way they're picking Yasuo this early. So they can just pick something else. Yeah. Alistar takeaway from Wolf. So at least is a common pick. That's one of Bengy's best champions. What will they take next? Take their support, that would be good. Kalista Thresh. So right now they have a lot of pick with Thresh hooks, cocoons. They have no standard they have no reliable initiation. Now they have Shen, so it's a bit more reliable. If they're going Shen support, which it is, that means they could be going the Kassadin comp that they've gone before, which is specifically meant around where Kassadin will Rift Walk forward with Shen ult on him, and then the Shen basically doesn't have to flash taunt anymore, because he's going to be right next to the enemy team. We'll see if they pick Kassadin, especially if they're going TF. It makes Kassadin more like a better pick. And what comp was it? They ran like Rumble, Shen, Kassadin, Tristana, Tom? Something like that. They ran something like... oh no, not Tom, because they already have support. Tristana... Rek'Sai. I think they ran Rek'Sai. I'm trying to think what's in Marn's pool right now. Yeah, there's the Fury. Like, if they do this, it's gonna be pretty similar to what they ran during Worlds. What do you pick into Malphite though? Darius is technically good into Malphite, but he's gonna get his shit kited out by Kindred. And by Jinx. Meanwhile, Sbenu took Jinx and Malphite. Malphite has a lot of hard engage, plus Alistar, so that's even more engage. Kindred scales. Oh, Kassadin. What did I say? They do this often. Nice. So I was right about that at least. You have to watch when SKT runs this. It's how they do the cross map play with this specific comp. Ku tried to do it. Actually, they're just called the Tigers now. The Tigers tried to do it in their series against it was against Sbenu, right? Yeah. In Spenu's Ku or Tigers series against Sbenu, they ran a Kespa and Shen comp, which it's actually pretty damn good, because if you focus, for instance, let's say you have standard lanes, if you focus bot side, then your casting can just push mid and then roam top. So if you get nothing done bot, then you can have the Shen just ult the Kassadin, and he can just rift rock straight onto the guy for an easy taunt. Like, I really like that this comp that SKT does. Tigers just didn't know how to actually execute it. Plus Wisdom was getting like caught every time, like Ambition. They have a lot of physical damage. Basically, it's all physical damage. It's a lot of poke too. I assume if they, Sbenu probably would like to do a lane swap. In a lane swap scenario, Jinx will, if they time it well, they will push the tower down first, so they get the bounce first. Bounce it for Jinx. I mean, you don't really care bouncing the wave from Malphite. Though just to mention that they did bounce the wave from Malphite for Soar last time they ran Malphite against Tigers. I guess they could also bounce the wave for Soar, and probably SKT would send Marn into that long lane, and since Marn is known for getting caught out at times, it could be beneficial to them. So I guess they could go that route. Alright, let's just skip ahead. Oh, look at that. They invaded. So they're forcing the lane swap. Oh, thank God, Faker went teleport. He sometimes goes ignite on Kassadin, but in the end I'd rather see him just go teleport so he has more actual map pressure, and it makes his roams better too. Plus he probably will get harassed a lot against Jace, so he needs the teleport to go back to lane in the beginning. Okay, we have the forced invade for the lane swap by Sbenu. We'll see how SKT goes about this. It's a little risky to contest, like what they're doing now. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're denying they denied one minion for the level 2. Oh, so this. Oh, okay, it's done. I thought this stream was gonna start or the Twitch VOD was gonna start to lag a lot, but it still is. We're at, actually hold on, I need to see what we're at. 340. I'm just gonna quickly refresh it, since I don't want you guys to be watching something that's like lagging the whole time. Yeah, I guess it still is a little bit, but oh well. Okay, so we're gonna look at the pathing so far. We have them pathing up to the top jungle. That's common. Oh, I see what happens here. So they do this to force the actual lane swap, or the reverse standard lanes. So that's really good by SKT. they get the exact, and actually to note, Marin is level 2 before Soar. And Flawless is still level 2. This is a great start for SKT. That was a good choice to just take away that one little golem. Amazing how much work that actually does.
위치를 옮기고 있는 뉴클리어와 스크린만 빠져나가네요. 돌아옵니다. 결국은 앨리스의 움직임이 좀 더 중요할 것 같아요. 갱킹 능력 자체도 뱅기의 앨리스가 플로리스의
Mid is really pointless to gank, as you should know, with a Cassin pre-6, just because Cassin can't really do much pre-6. Gnar, if he gets his Mega Gnar, will be good because then he can follow up CC. Malphite, I mean, it can work because Kindred does so much damage, so you just have to land the Q, which is not difficult. And maybe it'll burn Gnar's flash. But they bring no hard crowd control until Malphite's level 6.
해외용 경기에서 승리로 정말 정도의 가능성을 있습니다. 보신 팬 여러분께 그 약간은 본인들의 정글러 있는 쪽으로 사신 선수가 잘 서 있긴 하네요.
Okay, so he's gonna look to get his stack. Sazen is being safe, which is good.
이 중요한 표식이 또 있었기 때문에 그렇죠. 그게 있기 때문에 뱅기 선수도 시간 오래 안 겁니다.
And he got it.
지금은 있을 만한 가능성이 제일 유력한 거는 표식 근처의 위쪽 라인이었으니까요.
Yeah, that matchup for Marn is definitely gonna go in his favor, and Sazen, not Sazen, Flawless definitely wants to try to fix that. Meanwhile, if I'm Bangy, you can't do much to Soar because he has so much HP right now. Like, he's not chunked or anything, so there's not much there. Mid lane is Cassidon, which means the default lane to target would be the top lane. Whereas with Flawless, he has the option for any lane. Seems like a very even trade there, except I'm sure they burn. Yeah, they burned more. Never mind. Faker actually burned teleport. That's why they were backing off. Flawless didn't have much mana going into that.
그 상황에서 또 울프 선수가 정확하게 뉴클리어 선수를 긁어줬죠. 그렇죠.
And Sazen is gonna oh my god, why do I keep calling him that? Flawless is gonna go towards the Rift Stellar on the bot side for his stack. That's too difficult to... Oh, they're just looking for a face check. They're looking for a little ambush. There's no way that works. I mean, unless Secret for some odd reason headbutts closer to them. All he has to do is pulverize when they go in. I don't know why. Like, he has the space. So like, if this was him walking here, like, he has the space to walk and then try to dodge an ability. Of course, Shen taunt dodge is harder, but it gives him a higher chance than headbutting into everything. So Flawless, he has 2 stacks now. He's farming. Just like all the other Kindred games we've seen, Kindred is perfectly fine with farming.
SKT가 정말 유리한 부분은 이제 바텀 듀오 뱅울프 대 뉴클리어 시크릿에서 스펙 차이가
He needs to gain.
아예 없다 보니까는 그렇죠. 말파이트가 넘어도
It would be nice to get Cassin behind.
한번 더 찌를 수도 있거든요, SKT에서.
And I did mention before that he should help Soar, but he did read a counter gank top. Well, actually no, it wasn't a counter gank because they were the one that initiated the fight.
자, 그래서 이렇게 와서 도와주려고 하는 건데.
It would be nice though if he hit up the Malphite lane.
있죠. 예. 물러서고 있는 그 라인에서 벗어나고 있는 페이커였고요. 페이커 뛰고 있습니다. 킨드레드 그 위에서
자, 표식 먹으러 가던 킨드레드가 만났죠. 봤고요.
네. 위치 파악 끝났습니다.
이거를 먼저 부르긴 했는데.
네. 근데 이렇게 싸우면 스펠이 없어서
뒤에서
시크릿
자,
알리스타 쪽으로 들어갑니다.
차오르고 없고 페이커. 자,
플로레스
자, 그리고 페이커가 도발이에요.
Ooh.
페이커 잡혔고요. 자, 사실 넘어갑니다. 사실.
Okay. What the hell was that?
3대2 순식간에. 네. 근데 서로 한킬 교환을 했어요.
That was really weird.
네. 바텀 타워.
야, 저는 그래도 일방적으로 끝날 수도 있다고 봤는데.
그렇죠, 그렇죠.
스페인의 뒷심이 있긴 있었는데 피해가 크고. 스크래시.
와. 쉔 살았고요.
Oh, there's Faker who teleported. He's dead. This is really sloppy right now.
와, 울프. 근데 중간중간에 진짜 도발이 대박으로 들어갔어요, 진짜.
자, 9분 만에 드래곤 두들기기 시작하고 있는 모습이고요.
그리고 그동안의 칼리스타는 너무 안전하게 성장이 되고 있었다는 게. 그래도 그 싸움만이라도
Very sloppy. I hope we get a replay of that, or else I'm just gonna. Actually, no, we're probably not gonna get a replay.
아쉬운 마음에 더 무리하다가.
I wanna watch that again.
네. 근데 이렇게 싸우면 스펠이 없어. 두 개.
Okay, so we have
주도권을 거의 다 내주는
we have
듯한 느낌은 있습니다, 지금.
Sbenu staying top, and then there's
그래서 이렇게 와서
SKT making the choice that we're gonna swap these. Why would they want to swap these? They have an SKT has an advantage there in both lanes. Oh, okay. It's because they want to pressure Dragon. That's why. That can be the only reason. There's no reason why else they would do that.
표식 먹으러 가던 킨드레드가 만났죠. 봤고요.
And Sbenu's actually perfectly fine with this. That oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, that was really bad by Flawless. And so everyone just starts joining in. I don't understand why did he not just flash away? We know what happens here.
일방적으로 끝날 수도 있다고 봤는데.
그렇죠.
Faker teleports and he gets another kill.
쉔 살았고요. 중간 이동 페이커 왔어요. 뉴클레어 일단 도망갑니다. 뉴클레어
너무 위험해요.
Oh, not hit. He didn't get a kill. If he's on pace to like a 10-minute Roa, that's gonna be pretty disgusting.
대박으로 들어갔어요, 진짜.
The sooner he can power up, the sooner he can actually split push, and he is the main split push in this.
그동안의 칼리스타는 너무 안전하게 성장이 되고 있었다는 게. 그래도 그 싸움만이라도 좀 스베누는 재미를 봤어야 됐거든요.
Well, Nar can split push as well. I shouldn't deny that as well. Nar can definitely split push against Malphite.
자, 1,700골드 차이 납니다. 그러니까 분명히 스베누가 생각보다 불리한 상황이었음에도 불구하고 잘 싸웠다 뿐이지.
But having your Caston in the head is always a huge advantage.
그 사이에 일단은 플로리스.
와, 그래도 지금 벌써 4개.
기다려라. 모조리 씹어 먹어줄게.
굉장히 좀 공격적이고
Item-wise, seems not to be too much.
플로레스지만
그렇죠.
Well, it's to the game anyway, so usually you don't see too many items.
중요하지만 후반에 일단 그거에 좀 딜에 대한 욕심 좀 내고 있어요.
So now Sbenu's making the choice, okay? So we had our time mid, we didn't get anything, now it's time to go back and face the 2v2. There's no reason why we should be getting ourselves punished.
쉔이 없는 상황입니다. 하지만 랭이 당겨주겠죠.
네, 그리고 그게 크게 막 이상해질 것 같진 않아요. 쉔이 전멸이 없다고 그래도.
Because this lane is not as bad when Jinx starts getting items.
압박감을 느낍니다.
자 미드 지역 교전 한번 다시 보죠.
이거를 긁으면서
네.
와.
아니 진짜 토스를 했는데 그게
네.
3명 다 긁혔어요.
그럼 정작 본인은 차단에
저 시간을 완벽하게 벌어주니까
그렇죠.
네. 여기서 더 길게 쌓았으면 사실 마린도 넘어왔습니다. 마린도 순간이동이 남아있었어요.
예.
스베누의 생각은 한 명만 낚아채고 그 전에 빠졌어야 된 건데
네.
도발에 긁히면서 카산진이 오는 시간까지 벌었고요.
그래서 그 스코어는 4대2가 됐고 골드는 이렇게
If I'm Sbenu,
벌써 11분 만에 차이가 나기 시작합니다.
모든 그 라인이 지금 다 밀려 있어요. 모든
네.
라인이
네.
they need their Kindred to start doing stuff. They need Flawless to get more involved in these into the lanes,
방금은
예.
네, 서로 판단에
especially for building stacks.
예.
Like
선수가 강력하게 한번 들어가면서
it seems a bit weird that he's farming constantly. He's getting some stacks. And you notice the next one actually propped towards their Gromp, and that's where probably Bangy's gonna head because he knows that that's where gonna be the side Flawless is gonna be on.
들어만 갔다 그냥 왔네요.
예, 와딩은
네.
Yeah.
어제
So
전반적으로
now
좀
it's like,
압박감을
okay, what do I do if I'm
느끼는
Flawless? My stack is in their jungle.
그리고 지금 플로레스
Bangy knows that I'm on this side.
주면 안 되는데
Do I want to still go?
뱅기가 전면에
Looks like he's
아,
going.
저는 지금
근데 이거 갈 때는
Why?
자, 뱅
자 그리고 궁을 여기다 쓸 수밖에 없는 마린의 추격도 좋았고요.
And now, oh, great. Now he's in a bad position himself.
핑크와드를 절대 쉽게 주지 않으려고 딜 교환했다가 와 이거 너무 많이 손해봤습니다.
Oh.
무섭게 스베누를 몰아붙이고 있는
Oh.
SKT.
He missed everything.
자 이것도
로켓.
And now, okay, Sbenu's gonna answer this by going mid, and there's nothing Baker can do.
근데 이거 위험해요. 도발 긁히면
예.
도발
잡았어요. 완전 잡고.
자, 던집니다.
뒤쪽에.
제이스
자,
던지고.
제이스 물고 제이스 사신.
사실
7대2.
The comps they built are
2700
too uneven right now.
포탑 파괴.
네.
Actually, you know what?
확실히 말씀드릴 거는
It's not that they're uneven, it's just that because SKT answered them, answered the lane swap,
그렇죠.
it just really skewed this too hard.
그걸 알고 뱅기가
Sbenu got the lane matchup they didn't want, the 2v2, and then they had to have Sword-Face Marin, which hurt him even more. And you look at his CS, it's absolutely horrible. Then they had a failed gank top, and they burned a lot of resources, and now they're just getting them back.
자, 그리고 나서 바텀에
Then they had that random Flawless getting caught, which led to... Does it actually...
그러니까요.
It led to sort of like an evenish trade,
네.
but then they...
그 격차가
Nuclear died.
벌어진다는
Anyways,
그렇죠.
just Baker teleported.
그리고 순간 이동이 없기 때문에
네.
어떤 합류 싸움으로 그 격차를 따라잡는 게 스베누 입장에서 사실 쉽지는 않을 겁니다.
Baker should have Roa go.
탑으로 옮겨가고 있는 나를 잠깐 동안에
Yeah, he needs to get that now. I don't know why he's waiting when he has the gold for it.
조금씩 뒷걸음을 치고 있는 스베누 손익꿈.
So yeah, Flawless. He has Kindred. The whole buzz of the jungle right now. I mentioned that in the early parts he should have focused Marin. Even though Malphite ahead isn't going to be like, oh wow, we're going to take over this Malphite. It's really getting Flawless ahead. That's actually the main goal. And it's not a hard gank against Marin. Mid isn't even that bad. If you did it pre-6 on against Kassadin. After that, you're not gonna get shit. And then they did decide to go top. Now I did mention that you could try to choose. I don't think he had to do that, or maybe he did. Oh no, he did, because Marin has Black Cleaver. I mentioned Flawless could choose. Oh wow. Yeah, he's dead, probably. Yeah, I mentioned Flawless could do either lane. Like, he could do mid, he could do bot, he could do top. He has a lot of versatility versus Bangy, who's mostly top. If they had the patience to wait to see if Bangy would go first for a counter gank, it actually could have turned out really well, but instead they actually went to initiate the fight themselves. I don't like how when they initiated that fight, he flashed Balverized headbutt into exhaust all on the support. That's not worth it. Now when we notice, Sbenu got caught again. SKT just took Dragon. This is very simple on how they're going to close this out. I know it's only 16 minutes in, but basically they just have to have Kasten roam about while you have Shen'el. Then you just riff walk in like I mentioned before, and then you just have Kasten taunt. Sbenu, the way they get back into this game, because they are massively behind now against a scaling comp that's better than theirs. Setting up ambush picks is the easiest and most obvious choice, like what they tried there in the bush. Second option is setting up a siege and being really on point when you could, the instant you can turn that fight. So if SKT sort of just dancing around your poking and then looks like you have an opportunity to kill just one person, they gotta take it. Because they can have Malphite ult into Alistar, into Jace EQ, into Kindred, into Jinx. Like just waste everything on one person. Take the kill, back off, or if you can, you might get 2 kills, and then you can even pressure harder. But your options are extremely limited at this point, if you're Sbenu.
이게 서어 선수의 말파이트가 이니시를 뭐 엄청 화려하게 시크릿과 같이 한다 그러더라도 조합 구성 자체가 스베누는 앞열부터 하나씩 자르는 구도가 돼야 되거든요, 한타 때.
그렇죠.
근데 그 앞열을 녹일 만한 화력이 안 나옵니다.
이렇게 자 일단은 빠져나가고 있는 뱅기와 울프.
자, 그만 돌아서서
다시 울프가
역으로 걸었어요.
뒤에서
Yeah, he got caught, but luckily they have a Callista.
말파.
예, 말파이트가
What? Why would Sword do that? If I recall in the Coup game, in the Tigers game, Sora had horrible wave management, which absolutely screwed him over in those games. He now is just teleporting in with half HP near 3 SKT members posed to attack him, so he just wastes ultimate. And now SKT's on another small power play knowing Malphite's ult is down. And Marin's going Bork. He's not going to be that tanky. Wait, he went back in. Wait. Wait. He went back in? I'm trying to figure out why Secret went onto that engage. I know it's a choke, which is Jinx's like big time to shine, but it's you're so far behind. I can't really think of what you're gonna get accomplished there. Let's see what spikes we're running at here. Never mind. Yeah, watch. Okay, look, they're all grouped, right? You know, you have this choke, you're thinking, okay, Flawless decides to jump in, I guess? Anyways, besides that, okay, at least Bangy has Randuin's and I'm gonna say that's Rune Glaive. Yeah, looks like it's Rune Glaive. Meanwhile, Faker has his second item done, and he's 4 minutes away from maximum Roa. Callista has her 2 big items. And yeah, Sbenu is has like nothing.
이게 끝판왕의
Sbenu
힘인가요,
basically
진짜?
has no major power spikes.
자, 좀 일방적으로 경기를 풀어나가고 있는 SK텔레콤 T1, 일방적으로 밀리고 있는 스베누 소닉붐입니다.
So if I'm SKT,
자,
you just
바로
keep
나왔고요.
forcing
많이
the
해보시고 있네요.
you just keep forcing
지금은 사실 그냥 버스팅해도
opportunities.
될 만한 격차예요.
그렇죠. 예.
So look, they're
활용이
already posing for Baron. They're like, okay, you know what?
때문에
아,
We
이거
have the damage
확실히
for this. If you guys want to try to
공짜로
fight us on
주면
this, you're probably dead.
그래도
No,
뒤를
not probably.
바라보고요.
They are
아,
dead.
이게-
They fight for them.
네, 이게 걸리는 게
하나 잡으면 이제
네.
자, 잡으면은 플로리스 노
아,
양의
이게 아니에요.
Just like that, he's dead.
예.
I have to remember that Kindred is extremely squishy, and if you soul focus her with crowd control, she won't do anything. And when your front line is behind, so you can't even have the tankiness to absorb shots,
와, 킹드레드를
that makes her even easier to target.
자,
완벽하게 보여주고 있고.
돌아서도 다시 한번
잠깐만,
파고들고 있는
지금
모습.
야!
Ooh, they got a reset. This is looking good for them.
사실
Oh, that damage is about, yeah, that damage is about to pop in by Marin.
쏘아
와, 근데
살았네요.
쉔을 진짜 잘 쓰네요.
밥 먹을 때 건드리지 마.
That was actually a great chance for them.
중간에 도발 긁히고
아, 먹다 말았네.
예.
SKT,
들어갔어요.
네,
알리스타, 말파이트
they
연계
when
진짜
they
좋았는데도
wanted to peel off,
전에 격차가
그렇죠.
but they actually stayed on Baron still a bit while Malphite hits them, so they did take a bunch of extra damage. We'll watch it right here. Now, you see how they, like, they're thinking it's like, okay, when I go, but here's the chompers, and then when they're backing out, they kind of forget, oh shit, right, the double knockup. Now, they're so far behind, if they were even, SKT would have just gone smashed, and it would have been a Baron, and this whole game would have been different. But they're not in that case.
5대 3이나 마찬가지였는데
예. 자, 지금은
If it helps Sbenu to try to accumulate their power spikes quicker, then those kills are worth it.
네.
They need Shiv. They would love a Last Whisper
격차가 좀 많이 벌어졌네요.
on Jace.
플로렌스를 시험에 들게 하고 있습니다.
Sunfire anytime soon,
자, 불리할수록
바로 쪽,
just to
바로
help
쪽.
pushing.
과감하게
예, 예.
네, 근데 이건
공격이 최선의 방어다.
네, 그래도
And then
어쨌든 뭐
Kindred's
방법을
Bork.
찾아봐야 되니까 말이죠.
They need to hit these power spikes to actually start contesting fights, you could say, or having the chance to win
어쨌든
fights.
이기기 위해서는 아까 같은 이니시에이팅 이후에 뱅부터 일단 빨리 끊는 거. 예. 이거 한 번 더 해줘야 됩니다. 예. 정말 그거 말고는 이길 방법이 없어요 지금은.
325, 415, 416, 412 막.
아 진짜 골고루 너무 잘 컸어요.
예.
Now this is interesting.
봤어요?
맞죠?
오고 있어요. 자, 옵니다. 쉔 오고, 앨리스 오고, 나루 오고.
SKT, are they not reading this?
쪽으로.
자, 바로는 잡았어요.
They got it.
먹었고.
자, 근데
Oh, Sword just fucked them there.
아, 말파이 태국이 너무 아쉽죠.
자, 연결슛. 한꺼번에 팍 터집니다.
페이커 미쳐라 뛰고 있습니다.
The death timers aren't even that bad. They just got a free 1500 gold, even though they didn't get any kills. Ah, there we go. Yeah. I mean, the advantage is so bad right now that it's definitely over anyways, but it was a really interesting Baron call. Sor really can't, don't ult the fucking Gnar, man. Okay, so Sor did terrible. Flawless got just absolutely demolished throughout this game because after he got like picked off by Faker, like his presence has dropped. What else? Sanzen had no impact. Nuclear wasn't too bad. Secret was okay. SKT did good. That early game call by them still was what really turned this game. into an advantage right away. Let's skip to game 2 now. What on earth? Okay, so Sbenu bans Elise, that's for Bangy, Rek'Sai, that's another like Bangy type champion. That's actually a champion Bangy has played a lot during Champion Summer. Ban Tom Kench. Kindred's gone, Lulu's gone, Lee's gone. Gangplank's up again. No one chose Gangplank last game. So now we get to see, does SKT actually run it? Oh, Rise is open too, I just noticed that. They're not gonna pick Rise now though, but it's good to know that Rise is open. If I'm Sbenu, I would really like to see them run actually, I don't know. I was gonna say I would like to see them run Twisted Fate, but I'm wondering if Faker would take advantage of that too much. So they get Wolves, main champion Alistar, great engage, and I guess they're taking Bangies, Tristana. Disengage, engage, all rolled into 2 champions right there. They have Kalista, so what do they want to pair up with her? We've seen Thresh paired up with Kalista often. If Secret could, he could run Shen for extra globals, which could be beneficial to them, facing SKT's heavy map play. Okay, so we're gonna get the Thresh. Thresh is also good against Tristana just because he can cancel Tristana's jumps with play. And watching Elvis do it against Bang during Worlds, I was very impressed by that. They go with Italy. So if they're going with Nidalee, that's a lot of early pressure. It makes your 2v2s really good, so like 2v2 in the top, 2v2 in the mid. Looks like they're gonna go Rise, I guess. Or maybe not, we'll see. She's good. If they go like, for instance, if they go Gragas, then Nidalee's better than Gragas early, way better. It also means it adds poke to them, but not actual tankiness. Thresh also doesn't get that tanky, to be honest. Like, Alistar doesn't need to get a ton of defensive items to be tanky because of his ult. Thresh needs those tanky items to actually be tanky. It also means they don't have reliable engage right now, unless they're picking something in the top lane that does. So, based on what their comp is, this is a pick comp. A pick and skirmish type comp. They're looking for small fights throughout the game, not big team fights. Meanwhile, SKT has a much heavier team fighting team with Rise, Tristana, Alistar, Gragas. No, he's going. Are we gonna see the Vel'Koz? Oh, Shen top. Okay, so this is what they just did. They took Vel'Koz for CJ and Pope, picked Shen for double globals, and they go Fiora, who absolutely shits on Shen. So, this will be interesting. Curious who wins this, because Sbenu's like comp is, I don't know, like they have Nidalee, Vel'Koz poke, they have pick potential and skirmish potential with this composition. But for one, we all know that Vel'Koz can get caught out so easily by flanks. Gragas can cancel Vel'Koz's ult, which is his ult. Shen gets absolutely murdered by Marin, by Fiora. It's gonna be really big. It's really gonna be on Flawless and Nuclear's play. I already know what to expect from Sazin, but if Flawless can snowball lanes and then they play around the map, they have a good chance. It's just you just know that SKT's comp is just a really big power comp.
자, 과연 11월 13일 멕시코 오디토리움에서 4강전을 펼칠 팀이 결정전.
If I'm trying to think of
아직 뭐 끝난 건 아닙니다만
if these teams should lane swap or not.
진짜 벨코즈가 오랜 시간
Like in one hand you want Sbenu to keep standard lanes for the Kalista, but at the same time I'm trying to think what are they going to be doing if they're going to do this. If they do that, then Flawless needs to focus top lane, or else that lane's going to just it's gonna snowball out of control, and you don't want Fiora to snowball against Shen. Ooh. Marin a bit more off than he can chew there.
네, 이번 경기에서 다시 확인할 수 있을 것 같습니다. 라이즈 과연 좋은 픽인가?
페이커의 라이즈 다시 한번 봅니다.
네. 그리고 언제나 페이커가 그렇게 적극적으로 라인전 할 수 있는 거는 뱅기 그리고 울프의 시야 정확과 서포팅이 있는 거겠고요.
그렇죠. 이게 구멍이 두 개 열리면은 속수무책으로 무너지는 그림도 많이 나오는데 일단 뭐 어느 한쪽만 이제 정글러가 계속
Alright, so weak side start for both teams, and then they can easily transition this to having their support duos, their ADC support duo do a camp.
세트 스코어 1대0입니다. SK텔레콤 T1 옆에 1이라는 숫자가 새겨져 있고요. 이 세트는 사실 경기가 좀 일방적으로 흘러갔습니다.
두 마리 다 먹고 들어가고 있고요.
바텀 쪽으로 일단 2대2 구도가 만들어지고 있고,
그러니까 바텀은 5대5 정도, 뭐 칼리스레시 쪽이 오히려 괜찮은 부분이
그쵸?
있고요.
네.
그렇기 때문에 요거는
네. 2렙 직전에 먼저 2렙을 찍어보려고 계속 이제
Okay, trading.
그렇죠.
1렙부터 힐을 찍어가지고
Alright, this is gonna be the biggest sign. So Flawless starts weak side, right? And he does want to focus top. That is a for sure thing he wants to do, because he can't let that lane get out of control.
네. 이번 경기도
Mid lane is
먼저 봐야 됩니다.
mid lane's pretty difficult because landing E on Vel'Koz against the person like just Rise with Ghost is it's a bit too difficult as well. So his options when he's pathing this after he takes red is either I'm gonna recall, I'm gonna head top, I'm gonna look for a gank right away, or I'm going to finish this, head bot, or look for a gank there. Looks like he wants to look mid. It seems like a difficult lane to... Okay, I see. He wants to chunk out Faker because he has no teleport. If he does land that spear, I mean, he's probably going to get rooted anyways, and it won't lead to as much damage as he would hope. But if he does hurt Faker a bit, it does help Sazin in lane before Faker's first back. Now we notice Flawless is doing a unique pathing for Nidalee, where he can just... Ooh. That wastes a lot of time. But he's going for the pathing where he goes around everything. Oh, he lands it. He got it. Oh, Bang is... Okay, so he went for the options that were most impactful and easiest to get. Top or bot. Successful in his bot gank. Really big advantage for Sbenu to get. Now, if I'm SKT, so we know that they want to focus these two lanes. I think if I'm Bangy, I want to focus top and mid. Bot's already going to be pretty hard to get. Yeah, I think for the meantime, if I'm Bangy, I'm just going to go for mid and top. Especially if you burn Sazin's flash. If you burn Vel'Koz's flash, Rise can just splash on top of him every single time then. For a kill. What's interesting here is I thought Shen would shit on Fiora, but Sora's beating him. That's actually kind of interesting. I wonder if it's just because he throws so many Qs out and Marn doesn't have the sustain to deal with it. Well, that's something new. I didn't know. I really thought that Fiora would just beat out Shen. But I guess Shen doesn't get shit on by her early. Now we look at the pathing of Flawless. He's heading top. Excellent. He's following the exact game plan you should be doing right now as a jungler. Bangy went back to farming because he saw nothing top, or either that he felt it would be too risky to engage in a fight, knowing that Flawless would turn that very quickly. Because remember, the 2v2 advantage is with Sbenu, not SKT. So he might be just looking for counter ganks than actual ganks, knowing that his team just needs to get go even, and then start rampaging towards the mid game. So he's playing a more passive role and saying, okay, if they gank, I come and help, we might turn it, or we either live. You know, those are the two good things. If I choose to gank and Flawless appears, we just got even further behind, which is the main goal for Sbenu's comp. So he's playing a less risky playstyle right now. Baker has 66. Okay, so those CSs are fine. ADC CSs are fine. Top CSs just a little. Ooh.
이거를 혼자서 그라가스가 뒤쪽에 오고 있는 이래 놓으면은 자연스럽게 그라가스 함께 다이브가 끌어들이. 근데 이거 좀 말이 킬각이 나올 수도 있고.
He's actually trading well against him too.
이건 좀 말이 안 되는 게.
Okay, Bangy.
이거 쫓아갔어요.
Now hopefully Bangy's not going to be scared about this.
쫓아갔어요. 맞죠? 이거는 무조건. 그리고 제대로 왔어요.
Okay. Good on Bangy.
끝까지 기다려서 스펠 다 빼고 안전하게.
이게 그러니까 말이 안 된다는 말씀을 드린 게 뭐냐면은
Sora should have just held on to it though. Held on to his flash.
본인 그 칼라브리아 레드 쪽이었습니다.
And then just wait for the Grag Assault. Because his flash is down.
이걸 다 계산을 하고 있다는 거거든요.
He probably forgot that his flash is down, but because of that he doesn't have to flash right away, just try to cover as much ground as possible. In fact, he would cover more ground flashing the Grag Assault because it would push him further away.
그러면서 1대1 동점을 맞춰주고 있고 골드상은 또 반전됩니다. 뭐 큰 차이는 아직 없습니다.
If I were Flawless, if he has the money, I would definitely invest in some wards and place it in deep wards on SKT's red jungle to secure where knowing Bangy is. Because right now SKT has wards on that side. Actually, wait, what am I saying? Those are Sbenu's wards, because they're blue. They have a ward at Try and a
단순
ward.
한타만 기대기
No, those are defensive
분명히
wards. They don't offer
그
as much.
약점이 있어서 라인전에서
그렇죠.
이득을 반드시 봤어야 되는데
I'd still like to see him get a few deep wards in that red jungle. Meanwhile, SKT gets a semi-deep ward by
네, 이게 정글러
the
입장에서
wolves,
진짜
and it's gonna get
껄껄
cleared.
끓는 거죠. 이쪽은 계속 물프가 들어와서 시야전을 해놓고
But the idea behind that is to allow
주도권 바탕으로 피오라 그리고
Bangi
그전에
have a safer
뱅기
route
시야 처리해놓으니까
to gank Sazen.
뭘 어디를 강하게 찌르기도 애매한 게 와드가 다
Because right now the
있기 때문에
other
생각이
side,
들
the
것
top
같아요.
side of that
플레이
bush
입장에서.
for the mid lane
상황입니다.
is protected by Sbenu, but the bot side isn't protected.
자, 기다리고 있다가
자, 슬슬 채찍
예.
던지고 이게
이거를 다시 한번 사연성호가
꺾을 수 없는 의지로
미쳐버렸습니다.
정말 그 의지를 꺾을 수가
네.
없었습니다.
스펠을 아꼈습니다. 이게 계속 들어가면은
이러면 탑이 계속 위험한데요.
그렇죠.
그나마 와드.
예.
계속 빌변이에요.
sorry.
이게.
I thought there was
그랬더니
one of my cats in this room for a second.
네, 시야 제거했을 때 다이브 바로 뛰죠.
와.
Okay, here we go.
SK텔컴
SKT's making a call. Dive top. Sazen calls the missing.
감 잡은 것만으로 손해입니다. 근데
He's gonna be
이거 다
safe.
포기해야 되거든요.
And this,
웨이브가 너무 커서.
now you notice what Bangi's doing? Bangi got wards on this side now.
그렇죠. 온거 같다.
Oh, the ward ran out though. Oh.
플로리스가
네,
드래곤을
정말 이게
가운데,
드래곤이라도 이게
Oh no, he got a ward then. Never mind.
지금 수아르가 놓친
By placing these
경험치,
wards, again,
그게
he's
훨씬
making it
치명적이에요.
safer for him to actually gank and know ahead of time if Flawless is even close to that area. It's not a foolproof plan, but it's better than not having any vision, as you would know.
뱅기 아직 안 빠졌거든요. 다 빼먹습니다.
예, 한잔 하시고
If I'm Sbenu,
다 빼먹고
okay, we're progressing through the game. Looks like we're even in basically every lane. Top lane's a little skewed still.
없고
들키고 없고.
앞에 여기 있는 거 봤으면 저기도 다 먹었구나 알고.
매복덧 깔아봤는데 한 번 더.
라이즈가 옆에서
Wow, is he gonna just outright kill him? No, Faker's gonna show.
살아납니다.
와 여기 좋네요.
와.
진짜 뉴클리어 추격 좋았는데.
Anyways, like I was gonna say, Sbenu, the game plan would actually be focusing more towards bot side now that you have Shen ult.
네, 시작됐습니다. 페이커. 역압박.
Granted that Maran can take over, you want to just utilize the Shen ult at this point to get your bot lane ahead.
바텀 지역 쪽으로 다가갑니다.
자, 근데 이거 역으로 노릴 수 있습니다. 와드가 봤거든요.
자, 타워를 두들기고
And that's what they're doing.
자, 피오라 귀환하고
Except they're not using Shen ult, they're just using the pressure of Flawless.
뒤로 미련 없이 물러서고
네네.
있습니다.
이런 플레이를 미연에 방지하기 위해서 아래쪽 그 부시에 그 핑크와드를 미리 깔아놨죠. 뒤로 라이즈가 순간 이동 타거나 이런 것들에 대해서.
And since they took Dragon and that's down, they can just swap top.
안전하게 밀고 올라갔습니다.
그래서 마린이 시야에 빠진 것만으로 순간에 있는 마린 때문에 스베누가 밀었음에도 불구하고 빨리 빼는.
And then that means they can make a play top with Shen when he calls out. SKT in the meantime.
자연스럽게
Okay, they're gonna kill this fast enough. I was gonna say this could. Ooh, secrets. If he lands that, Bangi's in probably gonna have the flash because he could probably flay the body slam.
초반은 잘 꾸리고 있는 거예요.
선전하고 있습니다.
라이즈의 성장, 피오라의 주도권, 피오라의 성장 이런 것들 물론
And there we go.
됩니다만 훨씬 더 괜찮은 경기가 되고 있고요.
네.
So now they have the lanes swapped. They're gonna get in advantageous lanes for themselves.
자, 살아있는 사신.
They try to go onto Sazen.
그쪽에 있긴 합니다만.
With the lane swap, do you want to do the same strategy I was describing bot side, but now it's gonna be top side?
생각보다 빠르게 페이커가 지금 바텀으로 가고 있거든요.
이게 그 전에 백호즈를 압박해 놓은 것 때문에 뱅이 여기서 여기까지 밀고 올 수 있었고 여기 시야를 다 먹을 수가 있었어요. 그리고 이쪽에 위험할 만한 요소 미리 기다리고 있고.
네, 페이커는 돌아가고 있고.
마린 잡기는 쉽지 않은데 스베누도 진짜 잘한다는 게 느껴져요.
And so you notice Faker wants to try to go for something bot, but he can't stay there the whole time because if he does, he's gonna miss waves being pushed in mid.
어려울 때 반대쪽으로 바로 이제 반응한 것도 진짜 좋아 보이고요 지금.
자, 터틀리와 LS를 잘 막아내고 있는 스베누 소닉붐.
일단 교환만 돼도.
And now it looks like they're gonna be able to trade this turret out, take it, and then they're gonna swap back bot again. So then they're gonna be prepped for the dragon.
그러니까 라이즈가 여기서 코어 딱 완성돼서
Good play. Good plays by Sbenu.
분명히 이 정도로 팽팽한
They're focusing their strong side. They're pushing that lead. And they're forcing SKT
일단 귀가했고요.
to try to make moves that aren't leading to anything.
여기 벨코 정리해주고 체력도 많이 남아 있는 미드 1차 타워.
와, 광역 슬로우의 벨코즈가
I'm interested how this Vel'Koz is gonna play out though as we progress through this game, because right now pretty much he's just there for safe farming.
해버릴지.
물론 그 전에 이제 뭐 사신이 좋은 기억이 있는 챔프인 건 맞거든요, 벨코즈가.
네, 아 근데 전면 없어서
자, 그걸 노리는 거죠.
뒤쪽에서 나타나고 있습니다. 울프와
He hit both slows.
와,
사실.
Wow.
이게 슬로우가 이게 있으니까 변수거든요.
네, 눈치를 보고 있었고 훅지전.
That's actually
줄을 슬로우 걸면서 정확하게 빠졌습니다.
자.
that's actually pretty good disengage for just doing that.
자, 벨코즈
Here comes the big ult. Very good catch. You notice all the wards they have in that area. I want to see how they do this again.
미드 1차까지 밀어야 확실히 이득입니다.
네, 눈치를 보고 있었고 훅지전.
So look, they left top alone, right?
줄을 슬로우 걸면서 정확하게 빠졌습니다.
Because granted, they're not gonna do shit with Shen against Fiora. That's already well known by this point. Now what they're doing instead is they're just roaming to this area. SKT, knowing that Shen was just over here, did they? Hold on, I'm gonna go back further. Did they know where?
일단 귀가했고요. 여기 벨코 정리해주고 체력도 많이.
They should know that they recalled.
와, 광역
Like all those
슬로우의
members of
벨코즈가
Sbenu recalled.
활약을 해줄지가
Granted, they didn't have vision of it, but because they're not showing on the map, and they were just topside and there's nothing to do there, they should know that they just recall. And then you know that Shen is nearby. You just failed this here. Oh, they see them anyways. Yeah. This is actually just a blooper by SKT.
야, 큐 한 방으로 줄을 슬로우 걸면서 정확하게 빠졌습니다.
Because you notice he starts pathing over here. He should just be running back this way.
스베누.
네.
자, 영승을 해도 미드 1차까지 밀어야 확실히
Well done by Sbenu there.
다시 밀어야 근데
Great pick.
미드 1차 타워. 자,
Bad idea by SKT to want to go in that direction.
여기까지 밀어줘야 되는 거고.
And now they just took both outers. Marn's gonna trade the outer top.
지금 뱅기 많아도 없고 해서 압박 더 가는 거죠.
미드 1차 타워까지 압박을 주고 있는 스베누 소리.
But remember what their goal is.
자, 근데 이거 울프가 오면은
Oh, Faker actually.
와,
Oh, never mind.
와,
이거 자 그런데 뒤를 잡.
와,
와,
니달리가 급습으로
예.
뛰면 대구경
Now Sbenu made a mistake.
터트리세요.
예. 자, 일단은
They knew Faker wanted to clear the wave, and they started attacking him, but for some odd reason Sor was on the side.
자, 렌터 잡고
자, 그래도
빠집니다.
랜턴,
잘
랜턴.
빠집니다. 잘 빠집니다. 잘 빠집니다.
자, 마린.
Oh, he's actually dead.
마린을 잡아냈습니다. 마린.
뉴클리어.
These fights are a little chaotic,
바로 안 뽑았어요.
kind of all over the place, and
침착합니다.
you know what all over the little place is, right? Those are skirmishes. Little skirmishes everywhere.
이번 대회 내내 그랬는데
Guess what team is the skirmish comp?
그렇죠.
Sbenu.
엄청난 경기력을 좀 보여주고 있어요.
Sbenu wants these skirmishes.
물론 근데 조합적의 불안한 점이 있어도 좀 더 보긴
Skirmishes and
봐야
picks,
되는데
that's what their whole
자, 이
comp is built
정도의
around.
이 시간대에 글로벌 골드를 리드하고 있다는 것도 대단한 거고요.
그렇죠. 산수적인 수치만 놓고 보면 일단 저거는 다르잖아요. 저거는 다 앞서있잖아요. 뭐 오브젝트, 타워, 골드, 킬 달라졌습니다.
근데 베인이
와,
여기서
여기서 맞춰서
밀고 마무리.
Oh,
급습은 되게
that was flawless against Super Greedy.
네.
That's a shame.
여기서는
'Cause if he didn't do that,
빛이 났죠.
they probably had a good chance to kill Faker in the mid.
렌턴 잡고 빠지고.
랜턴으로 빠지면서
네.
당기고
그리고
은수 쟀다가
예,
예, 뽑고.
여기까지. 자,
The Qs by Vel'Koz are actually
이거 캐스파크에서 말이죠.
they're doing a good job at disengaging.
가져올 수 있죠.
예.
Especially if he lands it precisely, he's hitting two people with a long range slow. And it's hard to dodge that because he can activate it whenever he wants to until hitting max range.
이스텝.
시크릿 스래시.
걸리지 않았고요. 뒤쪽에 들어가서 있었습니다.
베이커니까 꺾겠지.
The hook he threw there was anticipating that Faker wouldn't keep running and Faker would actually try to move to the side or move backwards to dodge it.
가끔 매번 느끼는 거지만 그냥 아무 생각 없이 던지는
하는 게
게 더 잘 맞을 때가 있어요.
네, 결과예요, 결과.
너무 생각이 깊으면 안 좋습니다. 때로는.
Item spike wise.
자,
Okay, Kalista has.
다시 역전됐네요.
Okay, actually, this is a very big item spike. So we have Kalista with her 2 main items done,
뭐 당연한
and
것처럼 폼이
Bang
워낙
still does not
올라와
have his
있어서
IE.
후반
That needs to be
이
punished.
활약을 기대해 볼 수
As
있습니다.
Sbenu could actually
지금
probably
당장
group
칼리스타가 광역으로 넣는
and smash
기술 자체가 워낙 훌륭해서
because of Kalista's
경기 템포
power
이대로
right now.
빠르게 스베누가 조금씩 치고 가면은
예.
분명히 이 게임 그대로 승리까지도 이어질 수 있다는 생각이 듭니다.
그리고 여하튼간에
It's also hard for SKT to just go straight into them because Sazin can just keep throwing out this his Q's, his E for disengage, while Wolf can't do anything about that, and Gragas can't do anything about
여기
that.
틀이 육성되고 백호주가 사거리가 길다 치더라도 라이즈의 육성은 분명히 이거는 많은 불안 요소입니다.
Now, if I'm SKT, obviously you have Marin split pushing still. He is your main threat on this team right now, and has the main advantage as well. He also has Hydra done, so he has his big spike right now.
그게 무리하지 않습니다.
자, 일단 다시 미드 지역 쪽으로.
What else do we notice?
무리하지 않는다는 것도 굉장히 중요 포인트.
Wait a second.
요거
Bang built Zeal. In other words, he just delayed IE progress even more, and he's going for Shiv.
마린의 모습.
여전히 탑 주도권
I don't know about that one.
수아 선수는 버티는 개념이
IE is a bigger spike. Shiv helps with wave clear, but
일단 스베누가 한번 공격 걸 타이밍은 시크릿 선수가 전면
I don't know why he's doing that.
되면은 칼리스타가 어차피 꺼내줄 수 있으니 시크릿은 과감하게 전멸 쓰면서 한번 노려볼 법합니다. 어디든. 오?
자, 지역.
와라 이거죠 이거는.
바로 이제 마린이 오고 있고.
네, 근데 이거 무리죠.
예.
Sbenu's looking for that very early.
절반 정도 빠진 플로리스, 시크릿도 마찬가지.
자, 일단은 잘 패주고요.
어쨌든 이런 식으로 거리 유지하고 있으면 시크릿 전멸 돌아왔습니다. 이제 틀이 없을 때가 찬스거든요. 스베누한테는.
자, 이거는 엄청 그건 알고 있기 때문에 싸우고 싶은데 지금.
예.
Okay, so Sbenu
몰아놓고 있어요 지금.
still not doing anything with their Kalista right now, even though they do have a big power difference there.
또 중앙이 밀리거든요.
예.
They're just like Bang split. Okay. It's kind of the opposite. This is the opposite of what Sbenu wants right now. They don't want to be sitting back and letting SKT just farm the lanes for their Rise, Fiora, Tristana. They don't want to be doing that. Like SKT is seeing it themselves. Oh, this is great. You know, we have a couple of wards down to keep our split push safe. And since we know where they are, we know they tried to do Baron, we're just gonna have Bang split. There, now he finishes IE. Okay. And he's close to Shiv now. So he's close to his two big item spike. Faker finished his Archangels. That's his big spike. SKT is gonna look to fight. Oh wow. If there were more members there for Sbenu, they would have just called out 2 people. It's too bad Sbenu waited so long though, because now SKT is getting their power back. And the power trough they were on is slowly going away. Yeah, I don't like that. Sbenu needs to identify that better. Because what would SKT do with the items they, like for instance the items that Bang had and before Faker's Archangels, and when Marin just has Hydra? If you set Siege up, there's nothing they're gonna do, and you just have Soar split push. Marin has to answer that, and then when you find a good opportunity, you can just have Soar back off, and then ult in.
이거 근데 니달리 합류하면은
Yeah, it's a little disappointing. SKT's just
거리 유지하면서 드래곤 쪽으로 일단 빠지죠.
they're perfectly fine with what they're doing, just farming around. They're prepping for Dragon. They have the team comp to fight Dragon. It'd be good if they got static shiv now. Good. There's another item you need. Now, if they contest Dragon, if they try to dance around Dragon SKT, they do need to respect the poke by Sbenu.
스베누도 굴려주고 있습니다. 자, 일단은 숨어 있고.
결국에는 탑의 웨이브가 너무 커서
Now, Sbenu has 2 dragons already.
바론이냐 드래곤이냐 계속 눈치
They see Marn is split pushing, which means they need to answer that.
자, 피오라와 함께 큰 파도가 밀려내리고 있습니다.
Oh, wow.
다시 한번.
하지만
뒤로 빠질 수밖에 없죠. 지금
Okay, they're disengaging. That was really ballsy by Faker. If Sbenu was better,
핵심 스킬을 SKT가 다 뺐습니다.
okay, they're giving it up because they don't have setup for it. And now they're forcing SKT into a situation where they have to contest this mid. Okay, he stops him. Soar's dead. That was really weird by Sbenu. It's like we've seen this trade-off before. It's like we're gonna go mid, take mid, and we're gonna force this objective trade. The problem is their retreat is into a choke point, which okay, the choke point is good for Sazen, but they got cut off with 2 people lagging behind. And Lantern can only help 1 person.
한 타이밍은 더 살아서 스베누가 한타를 좀 해볼 만하나 싶었었는데.
자, 뒤쪽에서 스레시나 이런 챔들이 바라는 보고 있는데요.
결국 이런 식의 액션만 나와도 바론 쪽으로 움직였을 때 결국에는 아래쪽은
Vel'Koz doesn't even do like a ridiculous amount of damage right now. All Vel'Koz can do is his poke will add up, but it's still not enough.
야, 이거는 스베누가 진짜 잘했습니다.
자, 알리스타가 오기랍니다. 자,
Wow, I think they have this. They have that. Wow. What a quick call by them. Because they have the wards there, they knew that SKT had to back off, and because SKT wanted to buy, that was a great call by Sbenu.
그런 운영을 한 거였는데 거기서 SKT가 몰래 집을 갔거든요. 스베누 그거 캐치하면서 바로 트라이.
Now, if you have this, they really do need to just set up shop now.
네, 공감합니다.
And by set up shop, I mean set up shop in the lane and get going. You just stole a Baron. Your comp is getting outscaled as we progress through this game. The time is now to get something big. They're clearing out the bot wave because they don't want that to hit. Basically, they don't want it to be where they're having waves push it into them while they're on the Baron power play. Now that's what Marn is doing. Marn is trying to deny this. And you're having Faker mid just clearing waves.
자, 어디 라인으로 뭉칩니까 그러면은요?
이게 벨코즈가 얼마나 딜을 넣어줄 수 있을까 저는 계속 그게
궁금한데.
진짜 자체 변수 같아요, 자체 변수.
그러니까 근데 조합 자체가 뱅이 뱅을 물기가 쉽지 않기 때문에 거꾸로 말하면 울프가 뱅을 살리는 게 아니라 사신만 보면 되거든요.
그렇죠. 아까처럼만 진영만 무너뜨리면 돼요. 그러면 그 전에 잘 큰 페이커의 라이즈와 뱅의 트리스타나가 앞라인을 무너뜨릴 수 있거든요.
네. 자, 미드 지역 쪽 아까 말씀하신 한대 뭉치기 미드 지역 쪽이었습니다. 올라오고 있는
Okay, here we go. They have bot wave, which looks like it's slow pushing, and now they're sieging finally. Baron is about more than halfway done now. They're respecting the engage. Actually, I don't think they're gonna get anything from this, are they?
피오라 순간이동 없기 때문에 위기일 수도 있었으나 피오라가 모습 숨기면서 또 이거 자연스럽게 극복했고요. 어쨌든 바텀 도착했으니 이제 미니언.
Because their comp doesn't have.
물론 지금까지 운영도 진짜 좋아요, 스베누가요. 근데 이제 SK텔레콤이
It doesn't have the disengage that will just like Janna or Gragas that could just outright push everyone out away. Thresh's Flay can only hit so many. Assassin can only hit so many with his abilities.
자 여기도 버티고 사실 답도 봐야 돼요 이거.
그쪽으로 첸이 갔어요.
예.
첸이 확인했고.
이거 라이즈 만화도 얼마 없어서 지금이 진짜 타이밍이거든요. 스베누 입장에서.
자 계속 망설.
라이즈 집 갔다 와서 만화 채우고 마린 그동안에 순간이동 차고.
라이즈 와요.
네. 불이 나게 오고 있죠.
겁나 달려옵니다.
이거 마린
Oh
순간이동
my.
차고.
자 시간이 흘러가고.
This is what they need to do. It's just, it's so difficult.
3골은 완성시켰는지 모르겠네요. 민병대부터 이제 올린 것 같은데.
자 라이즈 봅니다.
Well, Faker's going in.
네 땡기고.
그거를 당겨주고 있는 상황.
페이커 물고.
자 40초. 정가모.
That was a mistake.
자 스베누 좋아요.
That was a big mistake. I don't even know if I should feel good about Sbenu. If I'm like Sbenu, I'm just trying.
자 계속 망설 것 같은데.
Right here, look. Look, Baker's going in, right? Okay, he burns that. Now he flashes in. Now watch what's happening here. Here's all of SKT. Here is Sazin, very far away. Here is Nuclear. These are their two main carries, okay? Now look, taking a lot of damage, They killed two people because one Faker flashed in, so he has no way to get out. Banging dies going in. Now here comes Nuclear with the Hurricane, and it's done. That will be Inhibitor. Faker threw that fight very hard. Like, taking away Kallista's ultimate, this was more than good enough. If you're SKT, your objective, you don't have to initiate this fight. All you're doing is delaying the Baron, which they did. And probably Sbenu would back off without having Kalista ult. And then you're just going back to farming to scale, because now look, for instance, look, Marn has his 2 item spike. He's gonna smash Shen even harder now. I want to see how much damage he actually takes. Wow. That was a lot of damage on Faker. Onto Faker.
그 나머지 선수의 체력이 다 빠졌어요.
순간적으로 1열이 됐었죠.
네, 그게 되게 컸습니다, 지금은요.
자, 어쨌든 한 번에 또 기회를 잡고
Okay, no, like any typical comp you have when you're ahead, like Sbenu, plus you have bot wave causing pressure on its own, you just siege.
자, 플로리스. 스베누 괜찮죠? 스베누 진영이 괜찮습니다, 이건.
자, 돌아서지 않습니다. 일단 퇴각.
순간적으로 뱅이 한 5초 정도 프리딜을 하긴 했는데
예, 소아르가 딱 중간 라인
그렇죠.
묶어주면서 잘 붙었어요.
그렇습니다. 자 근데 방심할 단계는 아니에요. 스베누도 지금.
Okay, so they denied everything.
벨코주가 불러들이면서 리달리와 함께
Good on SKT.
놓고 그한테는 정말 잘한 건 맞는데
They have a 2-level advantage with Marn.
변수는 있습니다, 이거.
One level advantage for Sazin.
자, 조냐로.
시간 벌고.
자, 뱅기가
구석에 같이 있는 가운데. 자, 척.
Oh, Marin. That was risky.
자, 울프는 잡히죠. 네, 울프는 잡힐 것 같고.
플로리가 뒤에 쫓는데 자, 물었어. 자, 울프 잡았어요. 8대5.
Well,
자, 더 이상 피해
SKT keeps doing these random engages when they really shouldn't be. Like, you shouldn't be engaging with. I don't know why your Fiora is engaging. That's pretty much what I'm gonna say. Why is your Fiora engaging? That's it. Game over. With both of them dead like that, it should be game. Or they don't go for the end.
여러분 SSB 스베누 소닉 붐입니다.
자, 억제기
Huh, I actually thought they could just end it if the Sasen stayed.
전 세계적으로
But I guess they're just going with the safer choice.
직메 타이거즈 그전에 쿠타이거즈 빼고는 한 개 세트를 이긴
And Baron's gonna be the next objective. They can bait this out so hard because if any of them face check over, you're gonna have a Daily Spear plus poke from Sazen.
스베누가 하기 직전입니다.
And if you look at their items, they have a lot of AP.
타워 차이.
물론 이 와중에 뱅이 한 번도 안 잡혔어요.
네,
I'm actually confused why Wolf is doing
안 잡혔지만
Warden's
건 아니고 억제기 세트 두개
it's called
밀렸고요.
Warden's mail?
네, 지금 정말 위험한 건
I can't remember, the 1100 armor item.
사신이 아까
예.
전멸을
Not sure why he's going armor. If anything, he should just be going.
전적에서 한타를 보죠.
He actually might want to be going just another Solari
와 함께 시크릿 터뜨렸습니다.
예.
for additional shielding.
빠지고 있는데요. 그걸 또
사신이
피하고.
일자로
승물분의
와
광선이 비행기를 그냥 지졌네요.
오, 일단 지금까지는 죽을 뻔했어요. 벨코즈가 중요할 때 뒤를
SKT wants to get set up on this first. Actually,
그것이 관건이라고 말씀해 주셨는데 뒤에서 잘 찢어주고 있습니다.
SKT 입장에서 진짜 싸움을
Sbenu for sure wants to set up.
돌아오기 전이거든요.
네. 오, 다시? 바로? 다시 바로?
라이즈 올려면 좀 걸립니다.
네.
지금은 그나마 라인이 괜찮아요.
Sbenu needs set up because they want to have the
뱅기가 바라보고 있는데, 뱅기가 바라보고 있는데.
surefire engage straight in. This is gonna be big. Okay, he got it. And since Bang is put in a bad position, and Wolf is put in a bad position,
야, 스베누 진짜 대박이네요.
they're very smart on these Barons and how they're playing them out. They're going straight for them and they're doing them right away. They're not baiting them. They're just DPSing Baron now because they have the Callista.
kespa 이기면서 저희가 농담으로 세계 1.5위 팀이다 뭐 이런 얘기 했었는데
Now SKT,
중국 팀도 오리진도
because they're late on this, and they shouldn't be late on this Baron call, to be honest.
지난 시즌 꼴찌
Actually,
팀이라고
wait.
생겼습니다.
네, 이거
I think I already know why. I think I already know why they're late on it.
가 중요할 때 뒤를 괜찮게 물론 이 와중에 뱅이 한 번도 안 가 중요할 때 뒤를 괜찮게 넣고
예,
있어요.
맞아요. 그것이 관건이라고 말씀해 주셨는데 뒤에서 잘 찢어주고 있습니다.
SKT 입장에서 진짜 싸움을
It's the waves.
사실 전멸 돌아오기 전이거든요.
네.
It's the mid inhib and the bot inhib.
다시?
Even though, like, I want to say, why is SKT late? Why aren't they here?
네.
지금은 그나마
It's the
라인이
waves.
괜찮아 싸움 움직여요, 지금.
Both those super minions pushing in, and they're trying to push those waves out. It's either they have to take, they have to make the, they have to either take the chance of, okay, we either risk our base
야,
to try a Baron, which if we lose the Baron, then we're even in a worse situation than we were before, or we half-ass the Baron, look for a miracle steal, excuse me, and if we get it, then we protected the waves, and we secured Baron. That's it's like a high-risk play no matter what in the situation they're put in. And so they chose the one with the steal versus the one where they full contest but risk their base.
이거는 막기 진짜 힘들죠.
자, 스베누 소리뿜이.
Sbenu has this 100% now. Because SKT's comp isn't,
자, 억제기 다 밀립니다. 자, 그 전에
when it's put in a position like this, it can't do anything. Because it's all forward.
니달리와 더불어 벨코즈의 딜이 어마어마한데
Fiora's flanks aren't good. Alistar flanks are pretty good. But if you look at their follow-up damage, it's a lot of single focus, with the only one being like Rise, who can actually kind of AoE with his ult.
와, 이게 SK텔레콤의 본진이에요.
In other words, they actually, well, they also have Gragas to isolate someone. So basically, they want to isolate someone and take them out right away. But if it's like someone like Shen, it's not going to do much if it's Shen. Because then you still have the Nidalee and the Vel'Koz hitting you from far range. And if you don't knock Sazen out of his ult, those passive procs for true damage, those eat your HP up quick.
왜 그러냐면 지금 계속 생각을 하는 거예요. 지금 뭐가 어디서 이렇게 됐지 생각을 하는데.
아까 바론 잡고부터.
Alright, I'm gonna fast forward a bit.
약간 오히려
세상이나 끌고 울프.
아, 스트레스 때리는 건 의미 없죠.
Yeah, you see how much damage Bang took?
아, 말해.
And every time Faker, it looks like every time Faker tries to walk in, Vel'Koz's gonna throw his knockup up. So this game, okay, so Flawless made good calls early, and Sbenu made 2 good Baron calls. I think they could have done more with their Baron power play, and they kind of lucked out with Faker flashing, because that was the turn of the game. After Faker made that stupid choice, it gave them the open hit, the bot inhib, and once they got the bot inhib, that screws split push comps. And it so happens to be SKT's running a split push comp. Game 3. Oh look, a Kalista first pick for the 3rd time in a row. They banned Nilly, banned Volkaz, banned Lee Sin. So basically they just banned everything that was annoying. They banned Elise, that's for Marin, or sorry Marin, for Bangy, ban Rexa again, that's for Bangy, they banned Tom Kench. They take Lulu, Alistar. Alright, Alistar for the denial. Wolf, Lulu. It's not something that SKT will run all the time, but having Lulu and Kalista on the same team is quite an annoyance, especially when you speed her up and she can just dodge everywhere. SKT wants to pick their support and jungle, because usually they save their top picks. Especially if Sbenu's gonna save their mid pick for last. If Sora wants to go something like Fiora or Malphite, they'll go Renekton because he's open. Gragas, Thresh. So we're seeing the Thresh Kalista pairing again, and then we're seeing the Gragas pick, which gives them disengage and isolation. What does Sbenu want for their jungle? Funny enough, Kindred is open again. And they do have Alistar, which makes Kindred better. And they have Lulu, so they have a lot of survivability. And people usually pick Tristan to Kalista. Just because Kalista has to build up her Ren stacks, well guess what? Triss is building up her explosive shot, so it's kind of like a trade of damage. Okay. Now what are they gonna take? They have Lulu. Not 100% sure if that's mid or top. Kindred for early and helps the 2v2s. Alistar, Tristana. You have a bot lane dominant lane right now. You have disengage. If you have disengage, that usually means you want to try to go for something like a split push comp. And Martin is really good at split pushes. Now he could roll Renekton blind if he wants to, because from what we know about Source champ pool, he doesn't have much to offer. Mid lane, we know that Faker likes to run Kassadin and likes to run Rise, but you don't really want to roll Kassadin blind. You don't really want to roll Rise based off that last game in case they have something prepared for him. So they're going Orianna, really safe pick, and then they're going Gnar. So if he goes Gnar, you can go Fiora, you can go Olaf. Oh, is this actually it might be Lulu top then, based on those picks they're showing. Kassadin. No, don't go Kassadin. If he goes casting against Orianna, he's just gonna get harassed to no end, especially with Orianna's empowered autos.
제이스 일단 이게 지금 룰루의 존재 때문에 딜이 조금 더 나와야 된다고 생각하는 것 같아요.
Their main tank is gonna be Alistar if they do this. I don't mind Lulu into Orianna.
3초, 2초, 1초.
Okay, so I like this choice. As I said, Lulu into Orianna, that's fine. Shen into Gnar, I mean Gnar will beat Shen, but Shen will do fine early. It also gives them that additional tank, which they do need when you're running Kindred. Because Kindred is so squishy, you need a tanky front line. And he makes up for that tanky front line with his damage. Her damage. They have a good team fight. SKT has a good team fight. Would they want a lane? I'm trying to think if Sbenu wants the lane swap against SKT's Kalista lane. If they lane swap, it opens that lane and allows them to pressure using Shen ult better on that lane. I mean, I guess there's nothing to lose if they do the lane swap. Yeah, there's really nothing they lose if they do the lane swap. And especially Shen Tristana, where if Shen taunts and he gets flayed first, he's a sitting duck. Probably would want a lane swap. And we're gonna lane swap. As predicted. SKT, it looks like they placed one ward by the red jungle, or sorry, the red buff for Sbenu, which means that they are, ooh, they read it, that's good, which means they forced them onto this side, and so because they forced Sbenu onto their blue jungle, then SKT decides to invade that jungle to pressure them even further away. I like that. It's a very simple play to make, but it's really beneficial. Now, Sbenu didn't have to start on the blue jungle just because their red buff got warded. They could still start Krugs, but you notice that Sbenu wanted to have their duo take Krugs. Okay, he's chasing them off walls, so now they know that they forced them onto that side, but blue buff is still open, so they might be getting 3 buffed. Oh no, they're gonna get 3 buffed. Yep, they just got 3 buffed.
자, 이렇게 뭐 사신의 움직임만으로도 킨드레드가 어느 쪽에 있는지 어느 정도 감을 잡을 수 있는 거고요. 네.
And it looks like they're pushing on wave wave 3.
강타 있어요, 플로리스.
근데 어쨌든 아래쪽이 지금
Ooh, never mind. That's good. They would have gone 3 buffed. They would have gone 3 buffed. So Sbenu just sort of saved their asses from SKT's smart choices so far. You notice that Secret is recalling now. Why are they both there? Okay, they're bouncing for Shen. Oh, I see. So they bounced away for Shen, but they give the turret gold to Nuclear.
네.
거기에 또 페이커니까요.
So they know they're swapping nuclear into
그리고 이런 와중에
the Callista lane, so they give him the extra
예,
gold
예,
while
좀
giving
더
safe farm
안전하게
to
할
Shen.
수밖에 없습니다.
Okay,
그냥 말 가는 거죠.
예.
that's a good decision.
귀가.
Because if they give it all to Shen,
순간이동이 있기
like that
때문에
small amount of gold might not seem
사이언이 좀
much to
안정적인
nuclear,
플레이
but
좀
he
생각을
gets the
하고 있죠.
pickaxe. And it probably the gold at least helps him get extra pots. He probably had the pickaxe gold, but he gets the extra pots.
진짜 이건 서르가 얼마나 버텨주냐.
And you don't really want to go into a lane without sustain.
중요합니다.
자, 이거 킨드레드가 칼을 뽑습니다.
옆구리를 노립니다.
지금 4레벨이라서 도발 긁히면
시야에서.
이거 잡히거든요.
So Flawless is looking
이거
top.
진짜 아픕니다. 레드에
근데 마린도 슬슬
And that's in the open lane.
좋아.
잘 떨어져. 마린 이제
삼타.
아래쪽으로 빠집니다. 스베누 소리범 선취.
Okay, he just got a kill on him.
당했어요.
플로리스 스택까지 먹었죠?
네, 그 전에 표식을 앞쪽에 그 바로 앞쪽에 시야를 미리 먹어놨기 때문에 그쪽에 와드가 없다라고 미리 마음을 좀 먹었던 것 같아요.
So let's.
이게 플로리스가 왜 잘하고 플로리스와 함께 스베누가 잘해줬는지
Okay, so now he has a 6-minute
집갈 타이밍이었어요. 누가
teleport.
예.
Or no, wait, is it 6?
가서 이미 바텀에 울프가 내려가서 시야장을 딱 까고 안전지대 만들었는데
예.
그
No, 5
핑킹을
5-minute teleport.
도발광
Now,
겁니다.
네. 자, 8,000
let's go over what happened here.
900 골드 차이. 다시 한번 볼까요?
So they open this lane, and they keep Shen there.
예.
이게
They know that SKT is gonna swap Marin up there.
차라리 저는 이게 전면 안 쓰고
Anticipating this, they keep Flawless to path up there after securing his blue.
그 다음도 위험했어요.
이 킨드레드 표식을 더군다나 나를 찍어놔서
네.
That was good.
근데 요즘에는 오히려
Very well planned by Sbenu.
예.
아, 이건 페이크다.
So SKT had a good plan in their beginning with their wards for just pressure,
화력이 꽤 셉니다 지금.
and now Sbenu has a good idea here, there.
시크릿 이거
Now they send Flawless down here.
하거든요.
나타납니다. 다시 한번
자,
시크릿
우리
잡아놓고
아, 울프 위험해요. 자, 네, 뱅기 위치가 정확히
They burn his
잡히지 않다
flash.
보니까
예.
시크릿 여기서 한 발 내가 더 들어가면 오히려 끌리면서 위험할 수 있다 그 생각한 것 같네요.
그렇습니다. 전멸각이 나왔는데도
예.
무리하지 않았어요.
If I'm
근데
Sbenu,
이게 조금 더 공격적인 운영에 탄력.
okay, yeah, he's gonna go get his stack, I
6레벨이
guess.
되고
그렇죠.
Yeah.
오리아나는 순간 이동이 없고 룰루가 순간 이동이 있어요. 이러면 아래쪽에 다이브 치면서 5인 갱킹 다이브 나올 수도 있는 거고요.
Okay, he secures it.
표식도
That's
기분 너무
big.
좋아요.
He needs a stack.
이미 2스택입니다.
예.
That's what, 2?
킨드레드가 점점 이제 킨드레드가 돼가고 있는데 끌어당기고
이거
네,
근데
순간
이거
네.
이거는요 퇴로가 멀어서 싸움을 못 걸어요 SK텔레콤이 지금.
네.
You want to focus Marin more.
자, 근소하게나마
And you know the Callista is gonna be really annoying,
SKT가
and it's a really hard lane to gank in the first place. Now they did burn Thresh's flash,
이거요.
but the second Callista hits 6, that's negated
그리고
anyways.
알리가 있으면 이거 아래 무조건 싸울 겁니다. 이거 완전 타이밍. 물기만 하면. 여기서 와드 위치.
네.
와드
일단은
지우고.
Mid or top would be my suggestions for
스레시가
Flawless.
죽지만 않고
Instead they're constantly going for bot.
마린이 다시 힘을 쫙
감시하는
빠르면서 네 게임을 좀 쉽게 풀어 나가거든요.
No! Why would he do that?
시크릿
Why would he run back into the bush to reveal Flawless? Now Bangy knows where he is.
대교환
Bangy also knows he could dive top. Actually, they're not gonna dive top. He's full HP. But if he was injured, Bangy could know he could dive top.
위쪽에 한번 잡힌 거 치고도 잘 맞춰 나가고 있고.
It's such a subtle mistake, but Secret should know better. Like, why would you ever reveal your own jungler?
궁 룰루의 순간 이동 이 변수 계속 SKT 바텀에게는 좀 부담이 될 수밖에
네.
없습니다.
그 부담이 오히려 소극적인 플레이로 이어져가지고 막 라인전이 조금씩 밀리고 이런 그림이 나와도 이상한 건 아닌데 그런 것 치고는 지금까지는 괜찮다는 거죠.
예.
Now, if I'm SKT, what do they want to do? Okay, we know Kindred is rolling right now. Mid lane, we could definitely gank mid lane.
탱커의 순간
It'll be a little
이동하는
difficult, but that's definitely a possibility.
자, 그래도 잘 빠졌습니다.
네.
그리고.
Because you just need to have the body slam come in, followed by the shockwave, followed by Kragus ultimate, and you just have a lot of damage there, plus a lot of displacement. If you focus top, you need Shen to be chunked. So since Shen is not chunked, you're not going to care about that lane. Bot lane would be an extremely good option because you have Callista Thresh. You have... You can deny the rocket jump by nuclear with Thresh. Or even the Gragas ult, which is, it is harder to do, but you can. I would say mid and bot are your options for banging. Plus top, if top has top is chunked.
그리고 앞선 두 경기와 다른 건 초반에 그 킨드레드의 도움 때문에 쉔이 꽤나 나르와 싸움이 되고
그렇죠.
미드 지금 오리아나도 순간 이동이 없기 때문에 쉔이 계속 압박이 가능하다는 얘기예요. 이거는 사뭇 큽니다.
나르와 대립 구도.
딜견이 돼요 지금.
그래서 발목 꺼놓고 드래곤 먹겠다.
Okay, so SKT, they're focusing on their strong side. Good job. Sbenu. Oh, here we go. Holy shit. Sword. He's missed both of those. Actually, no, he hit the first one, but that one was terrible. That was just terrible. Oh well.
방금 그 장면이 좀 크네요. 지금 탑 웨이브가 되게 컸어요.
그렇죠.
그래가지고 지금 만약에 나르가 잡혔으면요.
Bad job by Sword. That waste falls this time. That reveals him. So now Bangy's like, okay, I have a little freedom here. What can we do? Looks like there's nothing besides secure some vision.
진짜 쉔을 절대 못 이기는 상황까지 이어질 수 있는 한 방이었는데.
Yeah, the farm is. Yeah, you notice the farm is just very. It's just traded. The farm is on the ADC for SKT, the farm is on top for Sbenu. The only difference is a Shen with farm advantage is not as important as a Callista with farm advantage.
이게 저만과 두개청이라 소규모 국지전은 은근히
He needs to get more work done with his kindred. Like again, a huge open lane open for top. There's 0 wards by SKT, though granted, Sbenu does not know that there's no wards up there, but long lanes like that need to be focused. Also his, you notice he just pinged it. His scuttle's up, so that means he wants to look towards his stack. That was... I guess that's just his way to clear the wave now. SKT has heavy wards on that red side, or sorry, blue side. That really eliminates what Flawless can do. If he shows his face there, there's enough CC and displacement by SKT to knock him out of his ult.
그리고 저는 그 스베누가 지금 이제 SK텔레콤의 블루 쪽에 넘어와서
And this is even worse because if Sbenu is so afraid of that side because of the wards, they're sharing farm with their mid and ADC, which actually makes everything worse. And they need nuclear to hit IE at least. IE gives him some damage, but not. It's still not enough. Because he needs his 2 item spike. He's gotta be really careful here.
그래서 이런 불의의 상공의 미연에 방지하기 위해서 일찌감치 쓰레쉬가 뒤에서 랜턴을 던질 준비를 하고 있었고요.
자, 쉔과 나르는 86대 96.
정글 싸움은 꽤나 지금 괜찮습니다.
He's split pushing. Marin's not being punished, so now Marin is slowly building up his items, and when he gets Black Cleaver, he's gonna take over that lane again. Shen will lose his chance to really dominate the lane. Meanwhile, Kindred's still farming. Like, both the team fights, as I mentioned, for these teams are good. there's more displacement and isolation focus that you can do with SKT's team, which is a bit scary because if they do, for instance, isolate like Lulu or Triss, what are the primary targets, and they knock someone out of like the Kindred ultimate, then it can turn the fight very quickly. But if you're Sbenu, you're also going to be having the Lulu Triss, where she's really empowered to run around. She just has to be careful on how she runs around because there's so much crowd control on SKT.
지금 3이고요. 예.
방금 3됐습니다.
그렇습니다. 이 스택까지는 7분에 돼가지고 진짜 빠르게 됐었는데.
네. 자 이제 용은 1분 25초 이후 등장.
지금 한타 자체는 뭐 진짜 손싸움, 예, 비등한 상황입니다. 어느 한쪽도 크게 약점 라인이 있거나 뭐 너무 못 큰 챔피언이 있는 그런 상황은 아니에요.
We've been in the same like this has been like the same play for the last like 3 to 4 minutes. It's just Bang on the bot side. While there's a top lane like just fight. It's not, I guess, not even a fight. They're just pretty much trading farm. It's almost like season 4, where the top laners were pretty much not doing any damage to each other. And they were just trading farm. Like, it was a very boring style for top lane. And then, yeah, they're just farming, looking for their power spikes. So here's a catch. He flashes. Dead. So SKT, with their heavy vision, gets a nice pick. He's dead. Ooh, never mind. He didn't want to go for it. I'm a little surprised they didn't actually go for it because he still had Callisto. He could have just eat him, or sorry, Flay Tristana off his jump. But I guess the pressure of possibly facing Shen in that situation was, let's just back off and then re-engage if we have to. So now they're gonna get Dragon. They got mid T1. They got a kill. This is much more methodical play by SKT in the sense that they're just playing to their win conditions, and they know they can do all this, especially with their vision. I actually like that by SKT. It's a little boring. If you're a spectator and you're watching this, you're probably like, oh yeah, there's nothing happening here. But SKT has a plan here. They're winning in all their endeavors. Their ADC is ahead. Their top laner is coming back. And they have heavy vision in one area where Sbenu cannot do shit. And as long as they keep track of where Alistar is, which is their main engage, they really have nothing to worry about.
그 부분도 있죠. 오리아나라는 픽 자체가 양해한 시청 상태에서 공을 밀 깔아놓고 끝나고 충격파.
그렇죠. 그것도 돼요. 네, 그것도 되겠네요.
그 T1의 성향에 대해서 말을 이어가자면은 T1은 와드를
Alright, so still no IE.
막는 팀이었습니다.
Huh.
자, 사용소고
뒤쪽에 킨드레드가 있으니까
그래.
시청 이거는 처음부터 양해한 시청을 빼기 위한 움직임이었습니다.
Oh, and Faker's solo in mid. Okay, so basically what we saw was Sbenu getting greedy. Oh, he wasn't close enough to do it.
거기 잠깐 보기는 틈에 매 경기 저만 들면 쏠키를 해요 보면. 네. 아 이게 의외로 라인전 되게 잘 가져놓고 한 번에 무너지네요.
Yeah, this is probably done. Even though they're only up 4 kills. Or sorry, up 3 kills. The SKT right now looks like they're just playing very cleanly. They're not making stupid mistakes like they did in game 2. They're focusing around their vision. They're punishing Sbenu when they go too far out, when they don't have any business being there.
진 팀보다 SKT 쪽이
Yeah,
아들을
that's
덜
pretty
받고
much it.
있었거든요.
And I want to see how this even.
인가요?
Wow.
와.
룰루
이거 그냥
급성장 쫓아가면서
저 애매한 만화와
쫓아가면서
이게
공격 공격
다음 만화에
네.
여기서 딱 끝나네요.
Just like that.
네, 이게 진짜 저게 계산하기 힘든 건데.
불리할 수도 있는 경기 흐름을 이 상황에선 그러면
Spike wise, they have. This is the
그걸
similar
빈틈
situation we
만드는
saw in the last game.
공식을
네.
이번
Except
경기
it's not as
진짜
bad
보여주네요.
for
그리고
Sbenu, but
많은
Close has her two main items. Nar has his black cleaver, so he takes over that split push lane.
네.
3시 방향 쪽에 있는
Still no Bork on Kindred, so that's really delayed.
이거 이쪽 아니었고.
예.
And when Faker hits that decap, which is going to be before Sazan, there's another big spike. Everything's looking SKT's way.
자, 3세트는 조금씩 주도권을 가져가고 있는 가운데 이제 바론이 등장.
I do need to remember the little play SKT made in with the vision though. I do really like how they forced their Spenu's hand and almost 3-buffed them just from doing that.
3코어 단계까지 스무스하게 넘어가면은 조합의 어떤 시너지를 생각하면 또 스베누 소닉붐이 할 만한 타이밍이 오긴 오거든요.
네.
근데 SKT가 그때까지 스노우볼을 안 굴릴 리가 없죠.
그리고 페이커도 이제 조만간 라바돈의 죽은 머지가 나옵니다.
예.
게다가 망했던 나르. 근데 확실히
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
공간을 넓히는 그동안 나르가
하게 좀 신경을
와 함께
Okay. I won't skip anymore right now.
서브 받으면서
The reason why I skipped ahead is I kind of assumed there was nothing gonna be happening. SKT is fine, which is forcing the next fight and farming up.
예.
And we're gonna get into the situation where they're gonna be like, okay, we could set up for Baron, or not set up for Baron, sorry, get some Baron vision, and then go to Dragon, and then move our resources then to Baron.
보이질 않습니다. 까매요 그냥.
So if you don't bait a fight at Dragon, then you can try to bait a fight at Baron. You have two options there.
자기 집 근처에 자기 진영에 지금 와딩이 되어 있는 상황이고.
And during the meantime, again, because SKT knows, for instance, we have the decap done, we can fight. Unlike Sbenu last game, like Sbenu should have identified when they could fight. SKT is identifying we can fight here. Almost killed him.
이러면 미드 2층 나가요.
그렇죠.
와 알리의 이니시 울프 반응했습니다.
자 미드 지역 2차 타워 요거는
야 저거 쓰레쉬가 먼저 건드리면서
Catch. Oh, and bang, he answered it. Like this is all SKT has to do. You have none of the item spikes to team fight because when you're on Sbenu, because you need the 2-item Tristana, and you can get away with 1-item Lulu to do the team fighting. Though you would prefer if you had 2-item Lulu, 2-item Tristana, but because they have none of that, they're put in a situation where it's we don't want to fight, but SKT wants to fight all the time. What the hell do we do? Our only form of wave clear is Lulu, and Lulu's wave clear, it's only good early. The farther you get into the game, like Lulu's wave clear becomes shittier. And no one else on their team can wave clear. There's no Sivir, there's no Jinx Rockets, there's no would be another form. Who else has like okay-ish wave clear? I guess Lucian R. Lucian's ultimate is wave clear, but yeah, they basically don't have anything. Now they're just soloing Dragon with Marin. They'll go and set up the Baron, and one thing that really sucked for Sbenu is because they got behind and they couldn't really do much in terms of invading. This has been here for like 10 minutes. This stack for Kindred. In other words, because he got behind, he never was able to get any more jungle stacks. He had to only get kill stacks. That's actually really impactful. And that's a clear flaw in Kindred.
여기가 중요한 게 아니라 이 다음 페이커가 공을 밀어놓고 충격파가 보시면 끝자락에서 그 웨이브 클리어하는 뉴클리어를 끌어당겼습니다.
이게 지금 현재 상황이죠?
네, 알리를 활용한 이니시에 당하질 않아요.
That was a really simple close-up for SKT. They're not even forcing Baron. You notice that? They still know how far ahead they are, and they're just forcing the fights mid. I love this. I love when teams identify that they don't need to just focus around Baron. They can just fight.
바텀까지 가겠죠.
진짜 좋은 경기를 스베누가 보여줬지만
Because Baron takes time, and there are little situations where you might fuck up Baron, and they steal it, and you're like, well, great, we just wasted all this time doing this. SKT is not doing that, and since they took both inhibitors, this means that they can go to Baron way safer. Because now it's gonna be the flip situation of last game, where Sbenu had SKT had 2 inhibitors down, and they had the choice of going for Baron or not. Well, now SKT is forcing that same situation on the Sbenu.
오리아나가 명령 공 했는데 죽었어요.
오리아나 공에 그냥 갔습니다.
자, 바로는 SK텔레콤 T1에게 능력치를 줍니다.
Yeah, this is done.
12대 2에
결국에는 SKT는 누구 하나의 원맨
지금의 SK텔레콤만큼 이상의 팀이 거의 없었죠.
언터처블이라고 그냥 얘기하잖아요.
I'm gonna fast forward. We know what the conclusion is. I just want to see how they close out the game in the end.
기대했던 거잖아요.
SK는 원래 잘하는 거고 스베를 놀랄 만큼 잘하게 된 거고.
어쨌든 버텨야 됩니다.
Okay, so they get a 4-man taunt plus 4-man pulverize. But what's their they have no AoE. Let's be real here. They really have no AoE to do anything. Bangy. That's it. Game over. So, from this series, SKT made a really big crucial mistake with Faker in the second game that opened the doors up for Sbenu, because I think SKT was playing around the Baron power play very successfully. The first game, it was the casting comp with Shen, something they ran and were very successful with at Worlds, and they executed it. It wasn't the exact same way they executed it, but they still did a good job. And in this game, it was extremely clean. Sbenu couldn't do anything. Great job by SKT. Great job by Sbenu though, even though they did get smashed, and yes, SKT did throw to give Sbenu the lead, or the opening to win the game in Game 2. This is a team that really shouldn't have a chance in the first place against SKT, so I'm glad to see the Vel'Koz Nidalee comp that they ran in Game 2 to actually show some good success. And I guess this is the end of my VOD reviews for the SKT T1 versus Sbenu. If you enjoy what you saw, you can just subscribe or follow me on Twitter. If you have any criticism, as I usually say, please let me know so I can continue to improve myself.